Hi everybody, I'm back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Winter. I've been MIA for 2 weeks now, I think, and here's the reason why. I went to take a shower one morning and I have to do a lot of crazy stuff to get hot water in my tub. I have a tankless hot water heater that isn't working properly. I put a washcloth on the corner of the sink before I get into the tub. It's dry and I put it on the corner of the sink. And then I turn the water on in the sink so I can have hot water in the tub. So I get in the tub, I take my shower, I get done, I open the shower curtain to a completely flooded bathroom. Everything is soaking wet. There's water about that deep. And water is just rushing out of the sink onto the floor. And I'm like, what just happened? What had just happened? That dry washcloth somehow ended up in the sink and it clogged it, and so the water is just over the sink coming out. And I went into immediate rage. Every cuss word, you name it, I'd had it. Why? Because it's the 5th time I've flooded my bathroom since I've lived here, through washing machine incidents, this same exact thing happening where a cloth was in the sink, fell in the sink. This time, that cloth, there was no way it could have fallen in the sink. Something put it there. And what I have discovered is a lot of times that we want to blame Satan for it. Like, Satan was, I don't think so. I think God put that in the sink to test me. Because why? I have a real issue with rage. I really do. I got a demonic spirit and it's rage. And I can't seem to shake it. I can't seem to get it out of me. So, yeah, I was very rageful. Well, then, number 2, the following day, my neighbor came over to start working on my water heater because the company had sent me a brand new one to replace the one that wasn't working. We think this is going to be an hour-long job. Au contraire, mon frere. Because of the connections that I have in this RV, the hoses that I have, they're plastic things that connect them in between. T connections are plastic, and he can't get them to fit with the stuff that he needs to connect it to the new water heater, because what we had was a leak. And so he's trying to fix the leak. Well, 3 days it took him. And the first day he was here till 10 o'clock at night. The second day he was here for probably 4 or 5 hours. And the third day, probably another 4 or 5 hours trying to get this thing to work and not to leak. Finally, he did it. He got it not to leak. Then he tries to get it to work, and it won't work. It won't even talk to the water heater from the little control pad. So he's like, I'm done. I'm over this. I've had enough. I'm not working on these anymore. He was so over it. And we ended up in a little bit of a tiff. He's a believer, and we talked about the Lord a lot, and we learned from each other, and we ended up in a tiff because he was trying to give me some good advice, and I didn't want to take it at the moment. And so I said, I already know that. And he said, well, if you're going to reject what I have to say, I'm done. And I'm like, anyway, we had a tiff because I was in my flesh. I wasn't in the spirit at the moment. And so, and I'm stressed by now. I have no TV, no hot water, no car. That's going to be the next thing I'm going to tell you. And I have had a flooded bathroom all in 1 week. This is all in 1 week. And so you know how the Lord, you feel like sometimes he's just piling it on you and you don't know why and you can't understand it. I didn't know why either, but I wasn't even going to ask, because asking why is useless. You're not going to get the answer, so why ask, right? So here I was with, now I don't have any hot water again, and I was so down. I was down in the dumps. I was depressed. That's why I wasn't doing any videos, because I didn't feel like it. I'm not going to put myself on the air going, hi everybody, really glad to see you. No, I'm not, no. So finally, day before yesterday, I was still real down. It had been like 4 days. I'd been really down about all this. And I just said to the Lord, I said, Lord, I know you've got my back, but I need you to step in this moment right now and remove all of these fleshy emotions that I'm having and replace it with your pure joy, your peace, all of that. And he did it in that moment. He just did it. And I was like, I could feel it immediately. And I went, oh, thank you. Praise you, Jesus. Praise you, Jesus. Praise you, Jesus. And now I'm back to me. Yes. Joyful, happy me without hot water, without a car, without all of this. Yay. So the car situation, that's the worst. I have a torque plate that's broken, not broken yet, but it will. Uh, and an oil pressure switch that needs to be replaced. So I'm leaking oil into the engine, and if I drive the car very fast, the torque plate will break and it will, and you might as well call it a day on the car. So to fix that little issue is $2,600, of which I don't have, which means I'm carless, totally carless. They say I can drive it, but I won't because I don't want to take any risk or chance of it breaking while I'm in motion, because the guy that's going to fix all this, he said, you don't want to be in that car when that thing breaks. And oh, by the way, it's a common problem in Dodge Grand Caravans. So this is why I've not been here. And I really appreciate all of your prayers for everything. I have a big, huge announcement on one thing with the prayers. This is almost healed. I last night asked the Lord to bless every single one of you that have prayed for this shoulder, because this thing is almost healed. I can actually lay on my left side again. I couldn't even lay on my left side. I used to have searing shooting pain all over this whole area. I've got some range of motion back. It's not a lot, but I couldn't even lift my arm up to put deodorant underneath. It's still tender. It's still got healing to do, but it's healing. And I want to say thank you so much. Next announcement. I'm starting a new channel and it's called My RV Life. I already have one subscriber and you know who you are. And what it's going to be is my vlog over here. I'm going to be doing Dollar Tree hauls over here. I'm going to be talking about my finances, how I organize my RV. It's all going to be geared toward women, senior women. What are you doing? Senior women who are on a Social Security income. Oh, yeah? You want to come up here? Come on. Well, come on. Come say hi. Come say hi to everybody. Say hi. Yeah. Say hello. I'm Peanut. And I love my mama. And my mama loves me. And I got stickers all over me because we've been outside. And we need a bath. Yes. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. And I'm very, very fortunate that I have, living in an RV park. It's amazing. You get to know everybody when you live in an RV. I know, honey. I know. You have a sticker right there, Bubba. When you live in an RV park, you get to know your neighbors. When I lived in an apartment, I didn't know any of my neighbors for 20 years. I didn't know any of them. Moved in here, I knew everybody within a week. My next door neighbor, I've known him now going on 6 years, almost 7 years. He will take me anywhere I need to go. And that is wonderful. So, God has blessed me with him, and I give him food, not, whatever I can to thank him, to help him out on whatever he needs. I buy him Sudoku, when I can go to the store and stuff like that, because he likes those puzzles. So anyway, yeah. So my new channel is going to be the vlog style and geared towards the senior women who are on tight budgets, and how do I live on the money that I get every month. Cooking, I'll be doing some cooking. I'm back to eating meat. I'm over the vegan thing now because my body is saying, you need more protein than what you're taking in. You're getting a lot of information today from me. And so that's what's been going on. And I would love for you all to join me over there. I'm going to go ahead and put this video on both channels so I can just, not have to do another video for the Happy Camper channel. And yeah, so there we are. So I'm going to link my new channel down below. I'm going to keep the Happy Camper channel because if I do have a van situation, I will post it on that channel. But everything else I will be doing on my new channel. So I really encourage you and invite you over to that channel. I love you. God loves you. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.